I think there's always an addictive quality. I mean, if you think about it, आप खाने की बात करें, even eating food, I mean, there are food addictions as well. So I think in terms of social media, it's pretty much the same. It depends on how much you use it. It depends on what you use it for. So I think that's important. And obviously, extent की भी बात होती है, आपके, how much of your life it's taking over. And I think these are questions that we need to ask. Is it addictive? Is it interfering in your life? So in terms of social media per se, good or bad, I don't think that that's really a question that we should be looking at. And I understand that, at some point we have to make a decision. It may not be working for me at a particular point, or for you, or you might take a break from it, like you said. But it's here to stay. We have to learn to engage with it responsibly and not let it get to a point where it becomes addictive. Feeling of inadequacy is just across the board, and it's so deeply entrenched now. Somehow nothing is enough anymore. Likes, what are you part of, how many groups are you a part of, and of course the interface and everything reinforces all of that. कौन कितने किसके followers हैं, likes हैं, it's just never enough. It's never ending. Because you reach up to a certain followers or whatever, and then somebody has more, and then somebody comes up with a new technique. It's a constant, a very active and a very damaging at times जो involvement उसमें हो जाती है. कि आप constantly struggle कर रहे होते हैं कि when will I ever feel, and you don't, because also जो इसमें वो एक तरह से fame आता भी है आपका, it's not a sustainable fame, right? Somebody else will come up with something new. So that competition, I mean, there's healthy competition, लेकिन ये वाली जो competition जो constant चलती है is not healthy for you. अब हो ये रहा है कि जो हमारा एक locus था of assessing अपनी self worth, वो external हो गया है. So rather than thinking I am good at this, I have done something, I feel good because मैं बाहर गई कहीं पे, coffee पीने गई या खाना खाने गई या this is what I'm wearing or these are my friends, that actually doesn't matter anymore. You can be a really popular person, you can be an intelligent person, you can be generally a nice person, लेकिन उसकी worth actually ख़त्म हो गई है. It actually doesn't matter what's happening in your real life unless someone sees it. कितने लोगों ने देखा है, because Facebook पे तो वो भी आता है ना, how many seen by how many people, not just liked. कितने लोगों ने देखा है, अच्छा कितनी percentage है इनको like किया है, comment किसने किया है. And I think ये बहुत dangerous trend है, that we are in a sense no longer able to judge ourselves. Message भी आता है जो negative, there's this tendency to keep going back to it, right? वो अपने आप को वो आपको torture कर रहा होता है वो message, but we keep going back. So it becomes like this obsessive need because we think कि हम उसको overpower कर लेंगे. हम पढ़ेंगे and it will stop hurting.
हम उसको change कर देंगे.
हम उसको किसी तरह से at some point it will stop hurting, but it doesn't. It actually keeps feeding. In a way in which we respond depends very much on our general sense of self-worth and confidence, right? But when you're at a certain place, you can do that. You can turn that around and say, अच्छा मैं इस तरह engage करूँगा, या मैं अभी break ले लूँगा, या मैं आगे से, I'll talk in a different kind of way and see क्या response आता है. Now imagine someone, and particularly I'm talking about young people because I work a lot with them, who doesn't start off with that sense of self-worth. So the same messages that you're talking about would crush that person. But if I'm already deep down inside feeling कि हाँ, I'm not worth it, I'm not adequate, I'm not as good as so and so and so and so and so, then that one message or that one troll can actually serve as a major factor for depression. There are a lot of people, and I, personally, I'm talking about friends, who are not assertive in their real lives. Right? They will be timid and they will be shy and they will not be able to say a lot of things. Social media pe total share. Right? They have opinions, they can answer back, they can fight with people. In real life, nothing. So it allows, so yes, in one sense, if you think about it, it gives you a voice. But the other perspective is that it doesn't really, I guess you don't have to fight those battles in your real life. You don't need to make that effort to get that confidence because आपको एक fake किस्म की confidence online मिल जाती है. So you don't need to address real issues. Such a race for academic and all kinds of achievement कि आपने academically भी perform करना है, आपने best universities में भी जाना है, आपकी grades भी आनी है, साथ साथ आपने ये भी सब कुछ करना है. Just in terms of talking, to their children about life and issues and problems, and in a way that is not judgmental. And I think that's a really important one, because जो parents बात करते भी हैं उसके बाद advice आती है, ये गलत है, ये सही नहीं है, उसको देखो, comparisons constantly, and I see that all the time. Young people are coming with very serious problems. I mean, suicide in young people.
Yeah.
There have been so many cases, high profile ones recently as well. And in a lot of them, parents said, we didn't know it was coming. Talking about so many things जो 20 साल पहले हम कह भी नहीं सकते थे मीडिया पे. So I think that definitely is the power of the media, चाहे social media हो या वैसे हो. But उसको आगे कैसे लेके जाना है? Those avenues are still limited. You have all of this information. अब यहाँ पे information आ रही है, अच्छा suicide होता है, ये होता है, sexual abuse होता है, क्या issues होते हैं, bullying होती है. So then what? आपने बता दिया. What will teachers do with that information? What will parents do with that information? And it's much harder, obviously, to handle these issues once they've happened. Damage control is much harder than prevention. Why is it that young people want to or willingly fall into this trap of, yes, I'm going to be depressed and I'm going to write about it? I think that's where the clue lies. What is reinforcing it? We act a certain way, जो भी हमारा behavior होता है, because it's reinforced, हमें उससे कुछ मिल रहा होता है, कोई benefit मिल रहा होता है. And I think there's always the answer lies there. क्यों कर रहे होते हैं? I think एक चीज़ जो social media से हुई है, that we want instant gratification. हमारे patience level, हमारी attention level, just that ability to wait, वो बहुत कम हो गई है. Because it's instant. So somehow meaning कि कोई इस वक्त 10 मिनट के लिए busy हो गया कहीं पे, we're taking that again as a judgment. Yeah. So what I was saying earlier, our self-worth is so determined by who, how quickly, and how many.
नहीं तो ये क्या करें? क्योंकि इनका ये कहना है कि अगर वो like नहीं करते तो that means they don't care about me. So what would you advise this man or woman?
I think it's an assumption that we're making. I mean, it doesn't mean कि वो like नहीं कर रहे या वो नहीं कर रहे. But I think we're so at the moment become, our brains have in a sense जो stimulation जिसका से हम लेते हैं has actually changed. So it would mean unlearning all of that. It doesn't mean that you're not liked. It doesn't mean that you're not worth it. आपकी social life, आपकी health, आपकी whether it's your job or something you feel strongly about, passionate हो, कहीं पे आप involvement आपकी है, enough things that you interest. I think whenever we become too involved in one domain and दूसरा suffer करना शुरू होता है, that's when the stress का balance. And stress is normal and it's natural. There's no escape from it. कभी वो लोग कहते हैं ना कि stress को eliminate कैसे करें? I think that's a big mistake. You can't eliminate stress. Because even positive चीज़ें जब होती हैं, आपको job में promotion भी मिलती है, or you move somewhere you want to, even that has a certain amount of stress attached to it. But yes, are you expressing your feelings? Do you have a support group? Somewhere, are you doing things, चाहे वो sports है, exercise है, अपनी health, just that balance. And I think that's something for everyone to really think about. Without social media, just being able to separate for a second, and I do that with clients, by the way, sometimes. I will say, अपनी एक journal रखें, which you're not putting online, right? Not to sort of, take pictures and scan them and put them online. Just a journal. Who are you? Things like, हम बात कर रहे थे, Khalid and I, even something simple like, I even asked a client, what's your favorite color, and that person hadn't thought about it, because what his favorite color was didn't actually matter. What mattered was what people thought about what he was posting.
Also, how are you?
How are you? What's your favorite color? What do you want to do in life? Not because this is what's trending and so you want to be a part of what is trending right now or what other people are talking about. I mean, how many of us today can actually do that?